Hi, I'm Karina, and in From class, we just watched David Foster Wallace's commencement speech for Kenyon, and they made a video of the first portion of his speech, and it's called This Is Water. And it first starts off with the reality that you have to face when you get out of college of like going to a job every day and living this routine life. And then he focuses on a part where you get home and there's no food, you have to go to the grocery store. And what he's talking about is people get into the habit of thinking they're the only ones with these problems and they get in their own heads and complain about everything. But what they don't realize is maybe the people around them have problems themselves. And I think this ties into From class because our entire class is based on relationships with other human beings or with other objects or just however you can relate to the things in your life. And I think it's important to be able to relate with even the strangers around you, because if you can't, then you'll be living in your own bubble and maybe you can relate with the people that you know really well. But I think if you can't relate with even strangers and understand where they're coming from, then it's really hard to get on with life in a productive way, because it's really easy to just go through the motions and live life hating all of these small annoying things. And in the video he talks about how the checkout lady at the grocery store could have, or someone in the video could have, a husband who's dying of bone cancer. And although this is a very extreme situation, I think everyone should understand that the people around them are going through things also. And watching this video was kind of funny to me because I work at the local grocery store and they have this meeting called the Feelings Meeting, and it's 4 hours long, and a majority of it is this psychologist talking to the employees about how you need to understand that when the customers are rude to you or don't try to start a conversation or ignore you, that it may very easily be because they're just having a bad day and you're just there. You should just be there to be nice to them even if they're rude to you. And when I heard it in this meeting, I kind of understood it, but I really only applied it during my job. But I think that watching this video has really allowed me to apply it to my everyday life. But also, so this class that I'm taking is Mr. Squire's class, and in his class, after taking his classes, I've kind of been able to look at different situations differently than I used to. And when someone does something, I kind of get in my head and I'm like, what's the reason that they're doing this? And I think that was a big change for me throughout high school. And now sometimes it's hard for me to relate with other people because when they're talking bad about someone, and in my head I try to fight with them. I'm well, maybe this is why, or maybe this is happening to them. And I'm not saying that I'm always a nice person or I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, but ever since taking this class and some of his other classes, I've really tried to make an effort to understand other people. And I actually was on a trip with him, and a big thing on that trip was that I was around a lot of people who none of us had really liked each other all of high school, and being with them just made me realize you can have people so wrong. And I've gotten really off track, but the general idea of all of these things going on in my head is that you shouldn't just judge people for what you see and label them, and you should understand that they may have things going on in their lives, and it's not just they're not just being rude for no reason. I mean, sometimes people are just rude and they don't have a reason for it, but I think that a lot of the time you should give people the benefit of the doubt. Thanks for watching.